Yo, I said it. Yo, what's up? What's up, everybody? How we doing? We are here. We are here. We are tuned in to the Project Wolf Show. Now, man, this is episode two. Episode two. And at this very moment, as I'm recording this, I got 8 views on episode one. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to say thank you. I'm grateful. I appreciate you if you took the time. I've been doing the clippings and posting different things. So the clips and the shorts got some views, but the actual episode, 8 views. I'm grateful. And the reason why I'm gonna keep bringing it up is because when it take off, it's gonna be funny too. It's gonna be kind of cool in regard, like being able to speak to where you came from, how you started, and all that. So yeah, man. I hope everybody was good. I hope everybody had a good weekend. I was chilling, man. I'm chilling. I'm in great spirits. I feel good. I got a fresh cut. You know what I mean? But I just want to be able to start creating breakdown and an agenda. Or I ain't gonna front. I'm comfortable with freestyling too. So I got my notes on what I want to talk about and all that. But I definitely took episode one to take time to dive into the things that make me who I am, what I'm about, what I've been through, where I came from, where I worked. So it was more of a light introduction to who I am. Know what I mean? So if you tuned in, I appreciate you. Love. I can't wait for more connections, more collaborations, and all that good stuff. So let's keep running it up, man. And I want to start every one of these episodes really holding myself accountable for the spiritual journey that I'm on. You know what I mean, I told y'all already, like, yo, I did a fast. I did a fast early in the for the month. I did that. That was cool. I listened to as many sermons as possible. I don't even have no system. I just go into the sermon, hear it, this last week's sermon. I mean, I just think it's divine that most of the sermons that I'm knowledgeable about right now is all connected to the book of Matthew, which is fire. So I just want to get more versed with it, even though I'm not opening up the Bible and just running down on that particular book. I kind of just go where the Spirit take me. So this particular um, sermon was more connected to all of the events wrapped around like the passion of the Christ. The sermon was so fire. They took a little snippet and went and showed. They took a intermission and showed a little bit of the passion of the Christ, and they was talking about all of the events that led to Jesus getting crucified. And I could get into that, but I ain't never gonna front like I'm crazy prolific and I could speak it. Nah, the biggest takeaway I got from that sermon was more about your influence and who you have around you. You got to be careful. They was talking about this other prisoner named Barabbas, and it was a choice between Christ and Barabbas, and the people could have let go Christ, and they chose Barabbas, but Barabbas was like a murderer, like menace to society. So it was wild. In between that, um, the guy's wife runs down on him, like, you need to do the right thing. And it just spoke about like the presence and how much influence people do have. So be careful about who you have in your corner. Everybody in your corner is not rooting for you. I mean, I'm sure everybody got stories and all that, but it's cool when you got real life stuff that you can adapt. Like, obviously the Bible is a zillion years old, so it's like it's crazy. But I'm sure most of us, or some of us, have situations that you can connect that, and you just never know. I think about like your people, man. When you think about your people, first thing I'm gonna say, the first thing I'm gonna say is I be on my phone. I'm not gonna front. I'm on my phone. My phone is my money move. I need my phone. Like in this day and age, you need your phone, whatever. When I'm on my phone, I'm scrolling, boom, boom, boom. I'm never just scrolling. Word to my kids, I'm never just scrolling. If I'm on Instagram, look, like I don't, if you on my algorithm and I know you, it gotta be some wild shit. Like, it gotta be something crazy, like some wild radical views, something that I don't stand on for me not to like it. Sometimes I see a video, I don't even see the whole video, double tap. If it's a reel, I send it to whatever. I like. If it's something I want to engage in, I engage. I do not just use my phone and don't interact. When I'm on Facebook, I gotta make a decision. I like, but I really love. I love everything. I'll love everything unless it's something crazy like let's say it's my man wife. If it's my man wife and my man is not in the picture, I'ma like that. I'm liking that. If it's my man wife and my man is in the picture, I'm loving it. If it's on Facebook, I'm loving it. That's it. I don't understand this like you will be on your phone, see everything, your friends, not your friends, you'll see and don't do nothing. And I'm keeping it a bean because in order for you to eat, you getting kind of paid off interactions or engagement. So you on your phone and you ain't taking no action, that's kind of wicked. That's wild. That just kind of I just went on a tangent because you think about the people that be in your corner sometimes and you just be like, I wonder. Now, they always say it like, your biggest supporters are the people that don't follow you and all of that. And that's cool for some people. But at the same time, it's all right to have some standards. If you bang with me, I'm expecting you to support me. That's it. If you don't support me, I'm not mad. I'm not angry. I'm just hurt. I'm like, damn, son. You can't. Nah? You good? Nah? So that's just wicked, and that little bit of the sermon, because it's like you sitting there with a choice to allow this other prisoner free, and you going against greatness so much that you would rather have a murderous criminal out free, like he ain't gonna kill people or something. That's wicked to me. So yeah, man. I mean, I think it's wild, man. Like, um, it's really crazy. So definitely take some time, reevaluate. That's what I've been doing, man. I've been like not trying to rush nothing. I've been actually really, really excited about it. Not rushing nothing, taking my time, talking to God about everything. Know what I mean? So definitely wanted to share that. And honestly, if you got other things that you want to share, if you want to pray up together, you want to study, I'm with you because still a student. I'm trying to learn it. I like the way I feel, so I want to continue. You know what I'm saying? So, not to mention, I'm already blessed. Before all of this, super blessed. So, imagine how, you know what I mean? How crazy it'll get if I stay on path. So, definitely hype about that. The sermon was fire. Shout out to Church 2819 and all that. That's what I've been tuning into. I don't have no home church around. So I've been tuning into that. I was able to catch a live service. So that was fire. That was fire right there. But in regard to what I want to talk about today, I'm really, really trying to find out what type of content is being absorbed. You always got the TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. You have that, cool. What are we watching, right? What are you watching on your spare time? How do you devote your time, right? And then I feel like in this new age, like our brains, we process the information so fast that you can't even miss nothing. You ever be on so you ever be scared to check social media because somebody is gonna tell you about power or something? Like, nah, I can't even get on the gram because they're gonna talk about spoil the shows and all that. So speaking of shows, before I even get into this topic, I need to shout out Tiana Taylor for Golden Globes. Bodied, bodied. One battle after another, bodied. Um, just bodied. And this ain't no like Harlem bias because I don't know her. I don't know her. I mean, I can't even say I seen her. I do remember the Google me, baby. You can Google me. I remember the Google me. The Google me shit was fire because it was playing in my store when I was a manager. I became a manager. The Google Me was playing on the Foot Locker joint, the Foot Locker TV in the store, and I think it was a girl in the video. I think I knew. You know what I mean? But like with the Golden Globe, fire, fire. Not to mention, I just finished watching the Rip joint on Netflix. Fire, fire. Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, you can't lose. You can't lose. You can't lose. Now, Tiana didn't have a crazy role in that, but she was in that too. So fire and kudos to you, Tiana. Salute. Your speech was fire. Fire. So yeah, praise there as I get into media because what are you watching? I want to know if there's something I'm missing. Um, I definitely finished Power. Definitely got hyped when my man Tariq back when my man Tariq came out. I knew it was happening. Know what I mean, but it's still fire. It was a great feeling. So kudos to that production. Then the they say it's just a big rich town. They did the. Know what I mean, I got hype. I ain't gonna front because I feel like I'm ghost from time to time. So that was definitely fire. What else I've seen? I just finished the His and Hers. That was fire. The Netflix special. I also finished this other. Me and wifey watched something called Runaway. That was cool. Um, a lot of different angles there. But being I'm talking about media, I wanted to shout out the joint that was on Peacock. All Her Fault. That was probably the best series that I've watched for 2025. I wanted to mention that in episode one. But yeah, what's out there? What are people watching? Oh, I'm wilding. I just finished watching season one of Paradise. Fire. If you haven't gotten into that, and shout out to one of my clients. One of my clients put me on to Paradise. Flame. Paradise is hard. Um, what else? Outside of like, I'm into anything. Like, like when it comes to drama series, even when Love Island was jumping, I was watching that too. It's cool. It's fun to be able to connect and tap into the social world too. So, but I'm really into production. I like actors. I'll be following all of that, man. I feel like the biggest thing that people take for granted about just media, and for me, movies. I love the movies. I love the movie theaters. When I was a young boy, I used to go to movies all the time. And the truth is, I grew up. I tell you, I grew up how I grew up, so resources was limited. So a lot of times, I couldn't. I wasn't exposed to other things. So the only way I knew about what's happening overseas or how people live, even in another state, was through visualization in a movie. So movies is clutch, man. Educational movies, true stories, all of that. Fire, fire, fire. So what you watching, man? What are you watching? What I need to watch, what I need to get on, please let me know, man. Please let me know. Cause I I feel like we hear something, and then it's quick. It's like, I watched it. Like I did the Runaway joint in like 2 days. I mean, I'm wild in 2 days. I did it. We binge watched. I feel like binge watching is the way. I feel like that's what you have to do in order to not allow things like even the His and Hers. Like people was like, it was like 3 days, and everybody was bugging. Oh, it was crazy plot twist. Like chill. You should probably post something like spoiler alert and then have another segue so that you don't mess it up for other people. So, you know, that's just me, man. But I wanted to get into that part also because I'm just looking for new stuff to watch. Now for episode one, it was more of an introduction. I spoke about how much I love shoes. I'm into fitness. So a lot of what I want to talk about is the things that are important to me. So just want to get right into like the sneaker week. What's happening in sneakers, right? And for me, I didn't get not one DB release. Not one. Not one. Not one. Not me. I didn't get not one. So we had Air Max Plus, we had the Vomeros, we had the DN8s, we had Air Force Ones. Obviously, there was that Air Jordan 17 that everybody was going crazy about as well. Which for me, I'm not gonna front. I was very, very, very pleased because if you really about this, and when it comes to DBs, it come to DB releases. Ah man, what I got? I got DB5s. I got DB5s with the highlighter joint on it. They somewhere around here. But most of them tough to get. Or if they wasn't tough to get, they was the joints nobody wanted. I got the last DB Vomeros with the Velcro on it. Jacob joints. He went crazy on that. Went crazy. So you see social media at the Nike event, at the Nike employee store and all that. It looked like nobody was copping those. Nah, yo, them 17s, because if you don't know about the whole DB situation, if you don't know, Nike partners with this hospital. The kids get chosen, the models get chosen, and the kids are in control of the model colors. So when you think about that, you're thinking about kids unleashing their imagination, A lot of the DB models are super personalized, which is something as a sneaker collector for me. That part is where I struggle a little bit because I want my own stuff. So sometimes they'll have the name on the shoe or something. I never was a Nike ID person or nothing like that because I would have wanted to be on that platform to be able to make my own stuff. You know what I mean, so like if I made a special Air Max just for me, it's cool, but there's no like it's hard to flex really if you are. I'm a flexing type of I got these or whatever. So um for me, I'm if you look at the series and you break down all of the DB releases, there's always some stuff, like some funky stuff. It could be glow in the dark, it could be graffiti on the shoe, it could be I remember when they did the up tempo and the letters was different. The air up tempo, that blue one, the letters were different. Like that's cool and it really speaks to the kid, which I think is so fire. The the cause is fire and all that. So when I seen those 17s, I'm like, oh, he could have went wild with the colors, but he happened to do the dark purple flame, glow in the dark bottom flame. Oh my god! So of course I get up early. I ain't got no other line. I ain't even know they talking about Snipes and DTLR was having them. I'm like, damn, I didn't even think because in my mind I'm like, yo, it's only sneakers. It's only sneakers. It's gonna be only sneakers to get them. I mean, so I don't even think because had I put the little bit of work in, I probably would have been good. But it's cool. So I see this the 17s, super excited. What I really love about them, and I hope I can get them so I can break it down. There's a bunch of little stuff on this shoe, which I think is fire because then there's that little piece of enjoyment that you can appreciate it for, where most people are probably just getting it just for the style. Now, I've already been on the make the other Jordans good too, because I'm all for the OGs and all that, but because of my age, some of these OGs, the 14, 15, 16, 17, those are still OGs to me too, because I'm living in at a time where a new Jordan is coming out. That's fire. Not a new retro, not a new color, a new Jordan. So by the time I was in a space where I was getting money, I was decent enough. We used to get from moms, we used to get tax money. We get the tax money, take the tax money, save the tax money for Easter. And a lot of times because Michael Jordan's birthday, February 17th, around that we always knew we was getting a new Jordan. I remember one time my brother, like, yo, now I'm holding. I think he had like $200. He like, I'm holding his money for these 16s. And at the time, I thought I was doing the same thing too. I'm not going front. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna hold it. I'm holding bread. I'm holding. And you know, I don't know. I did some dumb shit, man. I think I bought a pair of Bo Jacksons and some boots. Yeah, I bought Bo Jacksons and a pair of Tims because was wearing uniform. So I bought Bo Jacksons and some Tims, and in my mind, I got two pairs of shoes. I'm good. My brother went and got those 16s, black and red. I got them now, but black and red 16s, fire. He coughed. I was like, yo. And because he held the money down, he held it down, got his drinks from Modell's, and I was like, damn, why did I get these? But in my mind, I was thinking two pairs better than one. I'm still wearing grade school at the time. I didn't want to spend that. But nonetheless, um, the fact that a 17 resurfaced, I don't like the concept of them being challenging. I didn't get the pirate yellow joints. I didn't get the university, but I had more of a chance to get those. In my mind, that's what's so fire about this sneaker game. What's so fire about the game is you can miss a release, you can miss a release, and then some fire come out that you don't even want. Now, boom, you get those to trade for something you wanted to get. So in my mind, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go back and get all those 17s. I'm gonna go back and get all of those. I'm gonna get those. I'm gonna chase these down as well. But to sum up my rant, I didn't get these 17s. So super tight about that. I wanted them. And then I asked my fiance to join too. Cause her account, and yo, listen, if you have a spouse that has a sneakers account and they hit more than you, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. I'm saying a prayer. I am with you. Yo, I swear my fiance hit, bro. She hits, bro. She just hits. Release after release. Off white fours. She cracked those unions. She cracked undefeated. She hits. Not me. Let me stop lying because I hit on two different off whites. So I take what I can get. I mean, but yeah, man. So I ain't get nothing. I didn't get nothing this week when it came to the DBs. Not only that, the fours too. Nowhere near impressed with those fours at all. First of all, for me, white leather dub. It's not too many. I got the military fours. I got the white cement fours, and that's it for white leather. Because of how it came up, first of all, white sneakers was already packed. It was already a dub. So it's very it's not too many whites as I look around. It's not too many. But now that I'm older, obviously I'm good. But so that was a dub. The white and black flight club. I do love the story. I do love the fact that they did something different with the toe box. That was cool. But at the same time, one, I think the timing was no good. This is more of a spring, maybe summer release shoe. They look very, very similar to the military black pair, and those did numbers. So I mean, I could see people probably chasing them, but I ain't going front. They everywhere. So I just wasn't a fan of it now, and even now, like now and the snow, at least on the East Coast, the snow and all that we seen this week, dub, super 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 dub. When it came to those fours, I probably won't get them. It would have to be something crazy for me to get them. I'm in a space now. I just get what I get what I really 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 like. Really, especially when you have so many. I have hundreds of pairs. So now I have every reason under the sun to not buy. So I have to really, really, really like the shoe. And I'm pissed that I didn't get those 17s. So listen, if anybody is connected to those 17s and you got the loop, hit me, please. Size 10. Size 10. Let's get that out the way. Size 10. What else is happening in the sneaker world? Those Nike Mines. That Nike Mine slide, y'all was going crazy for those. Yo, that Nike Mind. If you don't know, the sneakers connected to the receptors in your feet and all that, help you think clearer. Phenomenal, phenomenal. I don't think anybody thought this would do what it did. And yo, these are tough. I'm seeing resale 250. Yo, for some slides, my fault. That brought back that Yeezy nostalgia. I ain't going front when them Yeezy slides hit. I was clapped. Oh my god, that was it. That was no brainer. Everybody wanted to go on vacation. Everybody wanted to front, especially summertime. Easy slides, calm. Oh my God, calm buck 5200, no issues. 220 in the beginning. That bone color? What? Crazy. Crazy. So definitely hype. I should have the Nike Minds. Hopefully, in the perfect world, I'll be able to get them and do a nice little review for y'all. But I know me, I'm probably gonna wear those to the ground. I'm all about utility at my old age. At my old age is all about utility. We've seen the picture surface of the Easter threes. Real fun. It should just be a grade school shoe, if you ask me. Nice little pastel, like the pastel colors. Cool. I always thought three, one of my favorite models, sleek. So they look alright. Those look alright. And then the rumors, or at least it's been confirmed, of the Royal Ones. Now that's what I'm talking about. Royal Ones coming back. All right, cool. Boom. That's fire. There's a whole like Royal Ones. I think when it comes to ones, if you want the one market to come back, you gotta let the OGs live. Um, you gotta bring those back because that shattered backboard release. Oh my god, I remember when it was pain. Now you've shifted the shattered backboards. I got the 1, 2, and the 3 or 3.0, and I don't even know what the value of the 2 and the 3 is right now. But at that time, ones were all about value. value, value, value. So I don't know. Do you continue to keep releasing pairs, or do you allow them to kind of chill in the vault? Like I think Jordan Brand's doing fire with the rest of the stuff. Like the rest of the stuff, fire is always, we're seeing prominent sneakers every 4 to 5 years. We're seeing classics every 10 years, 11 years, sometimes 15. Cool. Give it an opportunity, right? But the ones, because of the classic silhouette, the very similar um look of the Air Force One, it's a ones do well for casual. So I get that. Ones do well. So my thing is, dead the one high, dead it. Only release mids and lows. Only mids and lows. Do whatever you want, and then allow that one OG, allow those to come back every now and then, just so that that piece of the nostalgia history, it's almost like you're separating it. Like, these are ones, but these are the ones. So I mean, I'm just saying, and that's free game too, man. You want to invite me on a panel or something, man? I got you. I got mad ideas. I'm just putting that into the universe, man. Just putting that into the universe. So, but yeah, man. I mean, it's been calm with the shoes. Nothing too crazy. I'm a little salty about those DBs. So we'll see what happens there. But for me, I wanted to ask my sneaker people a question, and this question came from my man Flock. Love you, bro. And I'm trying to ask it the right way. And the question is, why do you wear what you're wearing? So when he asked me, I was kind of stuck, and he gave me Dragon Ball Z reference and said, "You know how? Imagine if you had a little joint and you could look at somebody and scan them, and it'll tell them what they wearing or how many sneakers they do have, or like you could see the power levels of the different fighters that was in Dragon Ball Z." And I sat there and thought about it. And I'm like, yeah, because why do I wear certain pairs? Do I wear certain pairs so people know I have them? Am I wearing them because I want to wear them that day? Like, I'm not gonna front. I am not gonna front. I when I go to Harlem, I try to wear everything I couldn't get. When I go to Harlem, I don't care if I see my friends. I don't care about nothing. I go to Harlem occasionally now, but I used to be frequent, always get a haircut over there or whatever. But when I go to Harlem, if it's in my control, I wear something that I knew I couldn't get in the past. The last time I was in Harlem, shout out to the Gold Donuts, man. Shout out to the family out there. If you're looking for a good treat, not me call them a little commercial. If you're looking for a good treat, know what I mean? Make your way down to Gold Donuts on the east side, man. Shout out to the whole SOG gang. Love. But I went out there for their grand opening weekend, and I'm out there, white tee, calm, white and black Tim Duncans. Yeah. White and black Duncans, though. Because if I'm gonna do something, I'm doing that. I'm gonna do that. I'm doing something that I know had the streets in the headlock, and I couldn't get them. When those white and black Tim Duncans came out, I'm like, yo, damn. It was quiet. I didn't have the black Duncan. I didn't have the silver Duncan. I didn't have the beef and broccoli. I didn't have the tan dub. So when I had a chance to get those, I had to get those. Shout out to my man Anton, another one, another shoe. I had. That's when he told me he had those. Send those, B. Boom. I get those. I wore those to it was a Puerto Rican Day festival. So we out there in the festival and all that, having a good time. My mom's out there dancing and all that. So I stop at the spot, show the homies love. My childhood friends love and respect to the homies. But I'm rocking Dunkins. That's it. Something that I kind of want somebody to look like, oh, he got those. So for me, it all depends on the circumstances. If I'm in the gym and I know I'm keeping it light with the like lower body, if I'm not going crazy, I'm lying too, because I take my sneakers off and I squat with my socks and all that. But if I'm in the gym and I gotta feel like, if I feel like it, then I would look for something. All right, boom. But now I've been a little bit more picky. I'm trying to get kind of fresh in the content. I'm trying to get fresh in the content when I'm posting, because I'm out here doing this type of content. I'm doing fitness content as well. So For me, I think it's all circumstances. So ask yourself, why do you wear what you wear? Right? I remember in the beginning, I'm wearing the new Jordans the same day because that was what I that's what type of time I was on. You know what I mean? And then I got like older and started learning how some of the flyer people that I grew up with, like they was tucking them. So the sneaker came out, they won't wear them for about a month. They won't wear them for 2 months. I'm like, oh. And then it was turned into, nah, I'm chilling on those. I'm chilling on those. You get to a space where you're like, damn, is this event even worth me wearing these? You start feeling like you wasted. You wasted it. You wasted undead these. I'm about to back these out and the event be trash or the outfit be trash or your pockets is messed up too. That's another situation. I try not to look like no money if I ain't got none. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, let me know. Let me know why you wear what you wear. Are you fronting on people? Are you healing the inner child? Right? Because even in that, just having them is a portion of healing. So why do you wear what you wear, man? And shout out to my man Flock for that phenomenal question, man. You know what I mean? So that's all I really got. I do want to leave you with one thing. I was talking to my pops and we was talking about trauma and me and my dad spent a lot of time laughing about a lot of the upbringing. My pops done been through some stuff. He got some war stories and all that. And what he told me was he spends a lot of time making sure he understands that he is not what he's been through. And yeah, I love that. You are not what you've been through. You're not. You're not. You could have been mishandled, abused, treated unfairly, um, poverty stricken, whatever it is, whatever you've been through. One thing we know is that you've been through it. We know that. We know you've been through it. All right, cool. That don't make you though. You're not that. It might have helped you get through something, right? But you are not that. You are not that person, right? And don't allow that to define you. I'll use it. Use it for what it's supposed to be used for. You was challenged at a time. You was gifted with a challenge. You were gifted with some hard times, or however you want to view it. But just don't allow what you've been through to define you. Nah. It's a part of building your character. It's like armor. It's like armor, but you still somebody else. You're still who you were meant to be. You're not like me. I'm not Ra from Taff, and because we had wick checks and never ran out of peanut butter and Kix cereal. I don't. I'm not that. You know what I'm saying I'm not that. Now, in that instance or that example, I don't waste no food though. You know what I mean? My kids, I don't waste no food because I know what it is to like really be in the garbage. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying you can't allow what you've been through to define you. You know what I mean? So that was powerful, man. Shout out to my pops for that too, because I was like, yeah. Because too often we'll go backwards and think about all of that. You'll hear people talking, I'm from such and such, and it'll help define or give them more power. And that's what it's for. That's what it's for, not everything that came with that place, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at, man. Definitely don't allow what you've been through to define you. I'm stressed. I ain't getting no sneakers this weekend. I still want to know exactly what you guys are watching. I'm looking for new content, right? I'm looking for new spiritual family as well. Like, let's build, let's connect, man. Let's connect. And remember that we are all working projects, right? We all working on something. So continue working on yourself and be great.